Are the people and those that we recognize within the data world just zeros and ones that look like people we know? Or does the heart and the soul's essence truly carry over into data? That would be the thematic functional question within Kingdom Hearts Recoded. And with the story itself, it seems to be a resounding yes. The point of this video today is going to serve to be kind of like a functional video in which it kind of says that Kingdom Hearts Recoded is one of the most hated Kingdom Hearts games. And I don't mean hate in like, oh my god, people just can't stand this game, but rather one of the most, it gets the worst rep for no reason. And the reason for that is that people, honestly, I think for as much as the Kingdom Hearts community try to talk about themes and story quality, people honestly don't look at those things when it comes to Kingdom Hearts Recoded, because to them, within their minds, it only functionally serves one purpose. And that purpose is not the story it's trying to tell for itself, the world building that it's trying to build for other stories to come, but rather it's just a little stupid game that was on the phones in Japan that happened to come to America repackaged as Recoded. And that's not true, because the story itself is one of the best stories within the Kingdom Hearts series. And I'm saying that not to be obtuse and not ironically. It is one of the best stories within the Kingdom Hearts series. When people talk about the quality of Kingdom Hearts games, they usually talk about the quality of the friendships, the characterizations, of course, once again, the themes, and then the world building. The world building. When it comes to the world building within Kingdom Hearts Recoded, we see that the terrors or the issues that the characters that are registered within the journal through Jiminy's accounts actually do still go through all of these experiences. However, there is a data touch to all of these worlds in which things can be taken out of context due to the fact that the bugs corrupt the data that the journal is transmitted into. However, the journal, in an act of self-preservation, meaning that it more than likely has a heart. The journal has a fucking heart. It tries to preserve itself by giving its heart to Riku. This is why the journal itself can have bugs in it. However, data Riku isn't actually affected by these bugs in the same way as the worlds are, because the heart of the journal, the essence of the journal, is given to Riku. And when the essence of the journal is given to data Riku, he takes that information, he takes what he knows and what it brings to the table and grants access to Sora, Miku. What the hell is Miku, Donald, and Goofy? By giving them access, effectively, they go through a kind of twisted version of events from Kingdom Hearts 1 in order for them to reach the point in which Jiminy, Sora, Donald, and Mickey in reality had reached the Castle Oblivion. Of course, we know with the journal being scrubbed of its pages, the data is still there. It proves that the journal itself has a heart. This is why Maleficent, or it proves that the journal itself has, functionally, it has a heart. For all intents and purposes, it has a heart. And this is why Maleficent, we see at the end, compare it to the Book of Fairy Tales, because the Book of Fairy Tales kind of serves the same kind of purpose as the Power of Awakening, in which it opens a portal or a way to worlds that don't exist yet, because the worlds, when they're registered within the Book of Prophecies, actually project outwardly. And it projects outwardly and allows characters to go through them, because the Book of Prophecies itself also too has a heart, and that's why it can retain a version of the worlds that it sees through the no-name Keyblade. So when we talk about the functionality of Kingdom Hearts Recoded as it pertains to its world building, interestingly, it does truly build an interesting concept in which there could have been more games. In fact, it seems to be that we will be seeing more games based on data within the Kingdom Hearts series. If you realize, Yozora and his powers are data based. When we see the puppet Riku, or Riku replica, within Kingdom Hearts 3, we see he's running around talking about data and how data has hearts. Even though people don't believe it, they believe that data has hearts. Riku replica is actually telling this functionally to the characters. Although he's saying that it doesn't have a heart, of course they believe that it does have a heart, because it feels for itself. It knows certain things and understands, and we're talking about Baymax. He knows certain things and understands certain things about people and the value of their emotions. And this is the same thing that we see within Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Does the heart and the soul's essence carry over into data? And that seems to be true, because we see within Kingdom Hearts Recoded, although Data Sora does not recollect the journey because the data within the journal is messed up, although he doesn't recollect the journey in these connections, he does, in his whatever functionally serves as his heart, he does understand that those connections are there. And this is what pushes him and drives him to help Mickey, Donald, and Goofy to obtain the information that they seek from the journal, even at the cost of everything that he knows and everything that he understands, which is why he is replaced when Sora must also traverse Castle Oblivion to find out what the last message was about, to find out why they went on this journey in the first place. The game serves to teach a lesson to Mickey, Donald, and Goofy that they will eventually wind up passing on to real Sora. And that journey is about hurt and loss, as they will lose their new friend, which is Data Sora, that they go through the whole events of Plot A with. When they lose him, they will have a sort of close understanding to what Naminé is trying to show them in Plot B at the ending. This is why those characters must go through those events and retain that information, and Data Sora, who's replicated and pushed through Castle Oblivion by his friends, so that way they can get to the information, which once again the heart and soul's essence did carry over, because he was still willing to help them. And this is proven when Data Riku shows him some of the memories that the journal can now project, because the heart and the essence of Riku can now be presented through showing Data Sora some of his memories. He says that he would have helped Riku if he had known, if he had been around to try and help him. Remember, he asks him to look into the eyes and the hearts of the projection that he sees of Kairi and Riku, and he says that he sees hurt and he sees sadness within their eyes, and if he was there, he would have helped them. That shows that their connections are true, that these things may not be real or tangible, but they do carry over. The things that make us who we are, they do carry over. And what the overall theme is supposed to be as to how it pertains to the overall plot is that it couldn't have been any other way. Like, as in what we see even all the way up to Kingdom Hearts 3, it couldn't have been any other way. There couldn't have been anyone who could have stood in Sora's place. It serves to tell us why Sora is the main character, effectively. Because at the ending, when Mickey writes the letter, he says specifically, you should know that whatever you feel in your heart whenever you learn of these journeys that we've taken, with the Data Sora, whatever you feel in your heart, that's exactly what he felt in his. It proves itself at the end that although the heart can't be replicated, the essence of who we are stays true regardless of even if the experiences are not real, even if they're just simply data. And that will go on to be important for the rest of the series, because obviously when we start talking about the Book of Prophecies, which once again may have a heart itself, and that's how it may be able to project worlds, we know that that's important, because it means that if the next few games are based on the Book of Prophecies and Kingdom Hearts Recoded was just an entry to serve as a precursor to what will become the Book of Prophecies, because the events of Kingdom Hearts Key and stuff were obviously planned around the same time as Kingdom Hearts Recoded, because the Book of Prophecies was mentioned in the original game. Like on the DS cartridge, that cutscene of Maleficent bringing up the Book of Prophecies was in that game, and she even talks about how it functionally serves the same purpose as how they wound up using the journal within Kingdom Hearts Recoded. It can create worlds. So what it does is the game is a precursor to the next part of the series. So the next saga, basically Kingdom Hearts Recoded, was building up a part of the world building within the series for the next saga, and it's going to become more important as we may actually see Data Sora again, as we saw Mickey running around within the Book of Prophecies. He was looking for someone within the Book of Prophecies, or he was looking for someone in the worlds of the Book of Prophecies, in which he was in Daybreak Town of all fucking places. So we may see our gang get a hold of the Book of Prophecies and then functionally learn how it works, or they may do the same thing that they did to Jiminy's journal, which may allow them to find out events that are to come, that happened in the past, and then of course how these other characters like Pete and Maleficent, Luciu, and the 13 Darknesses, the other foretellers, how they all craft the future of the series. Because remember, there's a lot of moving pieces right now. We have to have Riku go through Quadratum, find Sora, find out how to revive Sora, but at the same time too, we have these other characters going on a journey of their own. Remember, King Mickey has undertaken with his guard and his magician to go to every world that Sora has been to, and with that being the case, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what these characters will run into that will allow for what we saw in Kingdom Hearts Key, in which real Mickey actually does pop up. So let me know what you guys think. I think Kingdom Hearts Recoded, honestly, is still one of the best stories. The world building is there. So we talked about the world building, how it pretty much sets up for, you know, the future. And then it also, like, it was setting up for the future back then. We didn't understand it then. And of course, this rhetoric exists because we didn't understand it then. It did kind of die down. I will say that though, with like Kingdom Hearts Key, it did kind of die down because people used to get on Recoded's ass constantly. But even back then, the story was good. The world building served its purpose. It definitely introduced a concept that I think no one knew would be as big as it is now. The characters themselves, Data Sora and Data Riku, since Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are pretty much our original Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, they're damn good characters, dude. Like, some of the moments within Kingdom Hearts Recoded is better than moments within Kingdom Hearts 2. The characterizations of these characters are better than some of the games. Like, it's on par with Roxas. Legitimately, it's on par with Roxas, which is probably the second best written character within the series. And then we got world building, characterizations, theme. The theme, I think, is gonna become even bigger and have more presence throughout the whole plot of the series as we go forward. But I think Kingdom Hearts Recoded was given this bad rep unfairly, and I feel like the reason for that was that people were pretty much salivating with the wait between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 to see the actual true plot, which would be the Xehanort based stuff, get pushed further along the line. And that didn't happen within Kingdom Hearts Recoded. It pretty much served to tell us why Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance had to exist before Kingdom Hearts 3 could release. Although Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, in its planning phase and in its writing phase, did kind of serve as Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, because remember, it used to be called Kingdom Hearts 3D, and then it became Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. The 3D part was a play on 3, but it turned into 3Ds, which was Dream Drop Distance. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I probably do a video that's a more in-depth look at Kingdom Hearts Recoded. But this video was truly just a video to put out in between my Xehanort video and my Yozora video, because I didn't want to leave you guys with too much of a gap. I know it's already been a week, so I didn't want to leave you guys with too much of a gap of, you know, missing out on putting out videos. But thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope it gives you a new perspective for the next time you potentially go back and watch Kingdom Hearts Recoded. I'm telling you, man, it's a real good story if you really sit there and value it for what it's trying to tell versus what you want it to be. Thank you guys for tuning in once again, and peace the heck out.